Oh my god, we're doing so much damage with this Hellrider. Oh my god, look at this. Hellrider, attack, Isshin, and... they just died from that alone! Hello YouTube, welcome to MTGA Day. Today we are going to have a look at Isshin Two Heavens as One for Historic Brawl. This deck is designed to play around the ability of Isshin Two Heavens as One, and that is whenever a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So this deck is basically just full of creatures that trigger whenever they attack. So something like Mentor, when you like attack, you can mentor two things. A Scorch Spitter, that also works, like Winota, like all kinds of good stuff, right? And we're just like trying to test the limits of Isshin here. Like 3-color mana base for aggressive decks is notoriously like weird and bad, and we have to make it work, but I think like we are getting there with the mana. We need some more untapped lands, but I think it's mostly going to be fine, right? Yeah. As for the deck itself, we have a bunch of interaction: Fatal Push, Duress, Hand Hate, Cheap Removal, Infernal Grasp, Heartless Act, Fateful Absence, all those kinds of cards, right? We then have a bunch of creatures that do something when they attack. Haunted Crop Captain buffs every other attacking creature by +2/+0, so that is pretty potent. Alpine Houndmaster gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of other attacking creatures, so that gets doubled up. So that's usually like on, like this is basically a you play a 1-drop on turn 1, turn 2 a Houndmaster, turn 3 Isshin, and then you attack with the Houndmaster and the 1-drop, and the Alpine Houndmaster is already a 4/2, right? And that's just growing and growing and growing. At the top end, we have some really interesting choices. I am usually a fan of just like having a low curve in an aggressive deck, but I think this deck goes a slightly teeny bit taller. So I decided to try out Etali Primal Storm and Olivia Crimson Bride for this one, because if these get additional triggers, yeah, it's going to get ugly for the opponent, right? So yeah, let's see how these work out, and overall I'm excited to build Isshin. Yeah, if you are excited to see this video, you know, please take your time, leave a like. It really helps out. We're almost at the 1,000 subscriber mark, and yeah, I mean, it's been a long way until we got to it, but I mean, it's right around the corner, and yeah, let's go. We are ready to play against Liliana. That's Majesty? That's Majesty. Damn, I'm good. A lot of white, no white source. Let's mulligan this. I think this one works. Sure. No, this doesn't work. We don't have double white. Yeah, let's try again. Sure. Can ship the Sky Knight Vanguard, or the Thundering. And we really optimally want to get a red source here off the top. Yeah, that would be the dream, right? The Inquisition us. My plan was to Inquisition them with like just save your Inquisition, right? Oh well. Oh, there's the red source off the top. Let's think about this. I do Sky Knight now. Yeah. Next turn I'm going to save your Sun Home. And push. Sure. I'm going to play the Plains in case I need the double black. And let's just pass the turn. And yeah, it's kind of getting problematic here, but we're about to do our first hit to the opponent's face, and I guess that's something, right? Infernal Grasp. Gotta prevent that. No, Sunhome Stalwart doesn't do anything, but oh well. And now we're kind of in top deck mode, and that is kind of really problematic. How did we end up with so few resources? Oh, I guess we mulled to 6 and we're in the play, right? Oh, that's an Adeline though. That is potentially really amazing. Yep. Now starting next turn, Stalwart can put counters on the humans that get produced by Adeline and they surrender. I guess that works. Pretty good. GG. We are ready to play against Nico Aris. And against blue-white, I feel like I want an Esper Sentinel. And my hand is perfectly playable with the mana I have at my disposal. So, yeah, let's do it. Oh my god, just pumping up an Esper Sentinel early on? That seems pretty strong. Ew. Yeah, they're in trouble. I'm going to draw so many cards here. Yeah, Boros Challenger for sure here. I want just to pump this Esper Sentinel so they have to pay additional mana for its ability. Maybe they swords to plowshares, like 1 mana exile the Esper Sentinel. Ooh, relic. They pay for that. I see. That's how it is. I just want to top deck a land here. Ooh, baby. So Mentor is, so whenever this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature with lesser power. Mentor checks on like while it's putting it onto the stack and while it's resolving. So basically, long story short, I'm only going to get 1 counter off of this. Yep, I think that's still fine though, because then I play Isshin, Leon, and War Leader. All things, all kind of cool things can happen here. Esper Sentinel making. They have to give me the card of the Esper Sentinel here. Or, you know, just not. But yeah, I thought so. What does Nico Aris even do? Whenever I look at it, I'm like, oh, it sounds cool, and then I'm like, but so bad that I always forget what it actually does. 2 damage to target tap creature for each card you've drawn this turn. Well, that is actually pretty bad. Aurelia. And I can pump this Boros Challenger. So yeah. Gonna... Your Boros Challenger. Again, same thing. Only happens once, oh well. Okay.
I learned a lot today.
Can I do some cute stuff next turn with Mentor? Assume not, right? I don't get more than 2 Mentor triggers next turn, I think. I do get 2, but I don't think I get more than 2. Interesting. Oh, I think I can... No. Do I want to play around into a board wipe here? Probably not. Right, so I'm just going to pump this Boros Challenger. And Aurelia is going to pump the Boros Challenger, so I can... I have so much more power that this is pumping Aurelia twice. And then Aurelia can, in turn, pump the Boros Challenger. Yeah, all sorts of cool things happening here, basically. And this is spreading the love, basically, as they say. Pondering Emperor. Oh, well, good thing I have a lightning bolt. What gets exiled? Aurelia?
Run away.
Sure, cool,
You'll
cool.
be safer.
Boom. Get rid of you. And I still have the A-Goldspan Dragon available here, which is pretty great.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Mm-hmm. So even if they're board wipe here, they're kind of in trouble. Because Goldspan is actually still a threat. I just assume the board wipe here. If they don't, I don't see a way out of this for them. I mean, counterspell works, right? And then they go to 3, but... yeah. 3, that's not a lot. Oh well. Too bad if you have a settled record, right? Because I am going to the Resio first. Well, that's a good draw, isn't it? Oh yeah. If I had an additional land, that would be a bit better, but because I could play the Goldspan afterwards. But I think it's just worth doing this now and then like attacking with the Robber of the Rich. Into the Royal, that goes into my hand. Sure. Then the rest. What do you have? Swords to Plowshares? No. Yeah, I don't care about the rocks. I care about the interaction. Okay. And swing in for 4. They go down to 5, which is not a lot, arguably. Not a lot. And wait, I'm confused. Oh, I exiled what did I? Oh, I exiled a land, right? Yeah, I exiled a land with the Robber. Okay. So the one of these two is maybe counter magic, but I mean, I'm just going to assume it's not, right? And then I'm just going to try to kill them with Goldspan Dragon. It's pretty good. They could play like Nico Aris and destroy one of these type of creatures. And yeah. Interesting. Yeah, and now they're dead.
This will be a new experience for both of us.
Yep, destroy Robber. And now we just have lethal Goldspan Dragon playing and swinging face, and yeah, that is a good game. GG. We are ready to play against Kaika Wind's Fury. And interesting. I have a bunch of removal that lines up against their commander, so I guess I keep it. And this has to be a white source, I believe. One black is fine, I want double white. So Clifftop comes down, untapped next turn. And then the Haunted Ridge untapped on turn 3. Makes sense. Clifftop. Sunhome Stalwart. Yep, sure. And let's just drop Isshin for curve, not necessarily because it's like it may be Honor Crop Captain was a bit better here, but it's just a better, like, it's filling out our mana here. Let's see. They probably have trouble removing Isshin at this point in the game currently. And I'm just going to swing in. Let's see, test the waters a bit. They destroy the Soundhome Stalwart, I assume. That would be fine by me. I'm going to play the Honor Crop Captain. Keep up the Lightning Bolt for their commander if they drop it. Shock Typhoon for 1. I don't care about that. Yep. I can still, like, I could have bolted it to kill it, but I could have also just, like, not done anything. And I value having the bolt up here for the commander. I mean, I could have fatal pushed it. That's one thing I could have done. But I assume that I just get to bolt the commander now, and then if I draw a 5-drop, I just get immensely rewarded. More often than not, I'm not going to draw a 5-drop, huh? I feel like the auto crop captain is going to die. Right? Like, that just is representing so much damage. Sparring command, yeah. Thought as much. Land is not exactly what we want to draw here. I mean, we are swinging for 5 each turn. We do have the lightning bolt, and we have a heartless act to remove the commander. I think it's time that, you know, you play your commander opponent. Would love to just heartless act it. What to do? I mean, I think it's mostly on them to figure out what is to do, because, like, my options are quite limited here. That's a good one. That is a good one. Okay. They have a counterspell to back this one up. That is going to be troublesome. I'm going to play around Jawari Disruption and, like, Sensor and those kinds of effects. Kaikar is happening. Going to try to Lightning Bolt in response. Probably not going to happen, but, you know, gotta try. So yeah, let's see. You know what? I am going to run into this Hall of the Storm Giants quite happily if they try to activate it here. And I'm just going to fatal push it. Yep. Thought as much. They could have activated this and then just block. I could have paid for the ward, fatal push their land, and that would have been pretty amazing. Yep, there's Disdainful Stroke, not much I can do here, but whatever. I'm bolting the Sacred Foundry in case they have something like a Spell Pierce to protect their Kaika with. Oh my god, Memory Deluge is kind of not what we want to see here. That's pretty problematic. And it's pretty flooded with removal, honestly. Let's see. They get to see a bunch of cards. That's not really what I like, but yeah. Okay, what you gotta do? What's your play? Maybe they just play land past turn. That would be pretty cool for us, I guess. A rolling banner, okay. Assume that that's for the spirits that they're going to produce. On white, sure. Ooh, let's start on the rest. Yeah, what do you have going on there, opponent? Let me see. I want to know. Gimme. Ah. Yes. Well. That is extremely annoying. I don't care for the counterspells. I have so much removal I can just fight through them, but... But then the house goes... Yeah, we're kind of short here, honestly. We're just barely not getting there, I feel like. So, going to Heartless act the commander and then just bolt it. Yeah, seems about right. Instead of 3 mana to pay for the Mystical Spirit as well. If I do for that, go for that line. Yeah, the commander is dead. You are already dead. No counters. And they're going to don't veto it, I assume. And I'm just going to lightning bolt in response. I think that's what's going to happen right here. Boom. Goodbye, Kaika, Wind's Fury. It was nice doing business with you, but I gotta go. My people need me. And oh, my people say it's cycling time. Okay. Oh, Savior of Ollenbrock. That's pretty cool. No, it's just sad. Oh wait, I can't just use that to... Oh my god, this is so disgusting. Because now I'm going to exile my own creatures in the graveyard. I mean, they have to... they're just going to wipe the board, don't they? Maybe I shouldn't have played the Savior, just keep the Isshin. Oh, this is... Them having the double board wipe there was really backbreaking. Not much I can do here. Okay. Start again, square zero. Gotta play the Isshin here too, otherwise it's going to get Mystical Disputed or countered otherwise. But oh man, I really wanted to get that Savior of Ollenbrock trigger.
Today I craft my victory.
And now they just continue to
If you wish to hone your prowess,
do annoying things. I'm going to Inquisition this counterspell from their hand. I assume that they're going to just counterspell in response to get the token. Yeah, I think that's smart. Otherwise I could have just pushed the servo and then... Yeah, let's just attack base. They're just going to chop block, right? Yeah. Falcon Wrath Perforator. I'm trying I'm basically in the when I was constructing this deck, I had this idea of just like trying everything and then see what works, what doesn't. So yeah, that's where I'm currently at. Haven't been impressed so far with the 2-mana mentor creatures because the main problem is that by the point they attack, you don't really have other things to like put the counters on. So that's kind of awkward. Narset minusing. They grab a bunch of cards. I think that's fine. Well, 1 card. In iteration. Digging even deeper. Having more fodder for this Sahili. This is getting problematic. Going to assume that they are probably just going to play Kaika here. Oh my god. The Fairy Hero of Dominaria. I think I can't beat that at this point. We don't have that many good catch-up mechanisms here. Yeah, Isshin now getting exiled as well. Swords to Plowshares, they're making a million servos each turn. I think this is a point we can pack it up, but holy moly, that was a really close game. GG. We are ready to play against Nika Bolas the Ravager. And let's see where this takes us. And I like the direction where this is taking us. So we can turn one Legion's Landing. Yeah, I think turn one Legion's Landing. We can still wait a bit on the Curse of Silence. We have some time. Oh, it's a bit awkward with our mana here. Oh, it's a bit... let me think through this. I think I wanna Isshin on 3 and then on turn 4 drop the curse, so it's kind of fine if the hive comes in tapped later. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna drop this as black and then go Isshin and deal a bit of additional damage to this Valkyrie Perforator. Oh, well, aren't you a welcome one? Yep. Deal a bunch of additional damage here. Pretty good. So let's see. Bring it on, opponent. What do you have? Oh my god, they don't have anything. Oh my god. This is disgusting. Oh, let's swing in first. So Legion's Landing actually transforms twice, which is pretty funny, but doesn't do anything. Do I think... I think I want to drop this on red, for sure. No, wait. Black, red, doesn't really matter. Because at the end of the day, I have triple white. And I can Curse of Silence, Nika Bolas. It didn't say please, sure, that gets countered. I'm absolutely fine with that. And Nicole Bolas the Ravager. Yeah. Get him. And yeah, I was saying maybe I wanted to drop the Unicorn because the Leonin, like if I then get wiped, the Leonin War Leader is a bit better on its own. Oh no. Yeah, this is lethal. You have to counter this opponent. Otherwise... Oh my god, we're doing so much damage with this Hellrider. Oh my god, look at this. Hellrider, attack, Isshin, and... They just die from that alone! They get 10 burn damage here! GG, opponent! We are done with the games. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. And yeah, Isshin Two Heavens as one is a pretty fun and new spin on Mario, and he is near and dear to my heart. What is not near and dear to my heart, however, is the cards that we currently have access to. There are some cards that are really strong with Isshin. Like, you saw the power of Hellrider, right? That is just so brutal in this deck. But to be perfectly honest, I feel like I have 90% of the cards that work with Isshin already in the deck. And some of them really don't do that much. So I tried the Mentor, as you saw. And the problem is you don't have enough 1-drops to put all these Mentor triggers on, right? So like 10,000 Mentor triggers don't do you really any good. And it can get awkward at times, right? So maybe you want to like cut the mentors and do some other things, maybe get a more solid game plan. But we really have only like a handful of creatures that are really good with Isshin currently on Arena. But this is certainly a commander that will get better over time. And you know, especially considering that the mana base will also get better over time. Anyways, if you want to play this deck on a budget, what can you cut? What do you need? And this is the classic case of, oh wow, I want to play mid-range, where is my money? Because mid-range decks are basically the most expensive things you can do. You need the mana base, like 3 multicolor mid-range. Mana bases, check, right? The rares, mythics galore, check. And then also unreplaceable cards, check, like, because a lot of these cards you can't really replace, because otherwise there is no real reason to play Isshin as a commander, right? You really want like cards like, okay, well, Goldspan Dragon by now, probably a lot of people have it because they from standard and whatnot, right? But Volatile Arsonist, right? Thundering Raijus from the latest set. Tectonic Giant, who plays that, right? Hellrider, not everyone has a copy, and it's basically craft only at this point. Bloodwell Purveyor, like all these cards are only like you're only playing Isshin because you have these cards in your deck, and then when you put them out of your deck, then you suddenly don't have a reason to play Isshin anymore, right? And that is just basically how it is. Because at the other side, I would just recommend you to craft other cards, right? Like Esper Sentinel, Lightning Bolts, Swords to Plowshares, right? Those would be the cards I would recommend you guys to craft, not a Volatile Arsonist. But if you don't have something like a Volatile Arsonist, then there is no reason to play Isshin anymore. And then it is certainly an expensive deck. It is a novelty for sure, and it is a pretty fun one, to be honest. So if you want to go for it, sure, go for it, but there are really not that many triggers. Basically all of the worthwhile ones are rares or mythics, and yeah, so that can be a bit annoying, but it is just what it is, right? Like sometimes I have decks that end up being really budget, and sometimes I have decks where I just say no, just don't do this on a budget. No way, right? And this is sadly the latter one. Overall, I had a bunch of fun with this deck. I think it's a pretty cool concept. It's not fully fleshed out yet. I feel like there's still some improvements I can like maybe try to take on this, but at the end of the day, I'm making a deck every single day, and I just probably won't revisit Isshin in like 2, 3, 4 sets, right? And when we get a few more cards, so like see you in 2 sets Isshin, I guess. Until then, probably not going to touch the deck anymore. But I feel like it was a fun project. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, all the fun things, because yeah, it is helping out the channel a lot. So see you in the next video.